Asian Lady Beetle. The Asian Lady Beetle, Harmonia axirides, has many nicknames. It is also referred to as the Harlequin, multicolored Asian, pumpkin ladybird, and so on. This large beetle is a typical coccinellid. This means it belongs to a family of beetles known as ladybugs or ladybirds. There are more than 6,000 species of beetles in this family, and the majority are considered beneficial insects because they feed on insects that are considered plant pests, such as aphids and scale insects. A round or elliptical dome-shaped body characterizes coccinellids. Like all beetles, they have a rigid wing cover. However, in the case of the ladybugs, the elytra typically bear unique markings, spots, or stripes. The specific markings tend to vary from one ladybug species to the other. As their name suggests, Asian ladybugs are native to the Asian continent. Specifically, they originated from Eastern Asia. However, they were introduced artificially to other parts of the world and are now well established in North America, South America, Europe, and Africa. How to identify Asian Lady Beetle? The Asian Lady Beetle has a typical coccinellid beetle shape. This means it has an oval or convex domed body, with a smooth transition between the rigid wing cover, elytra, the pronotum, or thorax, and the head. The Asian Lady Beetle is one of the most variable species of ladybugs in the world, making identification a little tricky. Members of this species occur in a wide range of color forms. Harmonia axirides typically range between 5.5 to 8.5 millimeters in size. While this insect has several color forms, the most common one is red or orange. It may have up to 22 black spots of variable sizes or not black spots at all. This is known as F. succinea. Other common color forms include F. conspicua and F. spectabilis. These have uniformly black markings with 2 or 4 red markings. Their pronotum is typically white, while their underside is dark with a reddish-brown border. Regarding color and patterns, Asian lady beetles look just like traditional ladybugs. However, they have a distinct marking that makes it easy to differentiate between these two beetles. Just behind the Asian ladybug's head, there's a white M or W-shaped marking, which confirms that you're dealing with an Asian lady beetle. Asian ladybugs are mostly found outdoors. However, they may fly into buildings in search of spots to overwinter. When they end up inside buildings, they often end up crawling on windows and walls, emitting a bad-smelling yellowish fluid that stains surfaces and furniture. Where to find Asian lady beetle? Harmonia axirides is native to Asia and abundant in Central to Eastern Asia. However, given its status as a ferocious predator that feeds on insects like aphids and scale insects, the Asian ladybug was introduced to other continents. The species is now well established in North America, South America, Europe, and some parts of Africa. In their native locations, the Asian lady beetle is a tree-dwelling insect. They live primarily in forests and orchards. However, in some places, such as in Japan, they're quite abundant in soybean farms. In North America and Europe, this beetle is most commonly found in ornamental and agricultural gardens in association with plants like corn, soybeans, roses, tobacco, alfalfa, and so on. Outside its native land, the Asian ladybug has become quite established and is now considered one of the most invasive insect species in many regions of the world. They tend to infest indoor spaces in search of crevices and protected areas where they can spend the winter. When this happens, the naturally beneficial insect becomes a terrible household pest because they release foul-smelling fluid and may bite humans and pets. Asian lady beetles are also outcompeting many native species due to their voracious appetite and resistance to diseases that affect other ladybugs. What do Asian lady beetles eat? Like all ladybugs, Asian lady beetles eat aphids and other soft-bodied insects. Due to their ability to eat insects that typically damage agricultural crops, farmers and gardeners consider Asian ladybugs as beneficial insects. What eats Asian lady beetles? Asian lady beetles don't have a lot of natural enemies. Wasps and some flies may parasitize them. In some regions, they may also suffer fungal infections, but this is rarely lethal. This insect has a potent defense against predators like toads, lizards, spine soldier bugs, and ants. When disturbed, they're known to secrete a foul-smelling and bitter-tasting fluid from their leg joints.